Hello, and a warm welcome to all our viewers to the Vibes Unleashed IT channel. Today, we're going to embark on a journey exploring the oft-discussed, yet not thoroughly understood topic of student loan forgiveness. It's become a buzzword echoing in the halls of academia, resonating through the chatter of financial pundits and creating waves in political arenas. But what does it truly mean? And, more importantly, how does it impact you? That's precisely what we're going to discuss in this video. We'll be untangling the intricacies of student loan forgiveness, its implications and its relevance to everyone from students to policymakers. We'll examine the pros and cons, delve into recent developments and try to make sense of the statistics. So whether you're a student knee-deep in loan paperwork or just an interested observer, there's something for everyone. Stay with us as we delve deeper into the fascinating world of student loan forgiveness. So, you might ask, what exactly is student loan forgiveness? It's a question that's been on the minds of many, and rightfully so. In essence, student loan forgiveness is a program that frees you from the obligation to repay some or all of your federal student loans. Think of it as a clean slate, a chance to start anew without the heavy burden of loan repayments. It's not a gift, but rather a reward for fulfilling certain criteria or obligations. There are several paths to achieving student loan forgiveness, each based on different principles, and they all operate under the umbrella of federal programs. The most well-known is probably the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, or PSLF for short. It's designed for those serving in government or non-profit sectors. After making 120 qualifying payments, the remainder of your loan is forgiven tax-free. Another path is through income-driven repayment plans. These plans cap your monthly loan payments at a percentage of your discretionary income. After 20 to 25 years of payments, depending on the specific plan, the remaining balance of your loan is forgiven. Then there's teacher loan forgiveness, specially designed for educators serving in low-income schools or educational service agencies. After 5 consecutive years of service, a significant portion of your loan could be wiped clean. It's important to remember that these programs aren't one-size-fits-all. They're designed to help specific groups of people, and eligibility depends on a number of factors, including your job, your loan type, and your repayment plan. And while the idea of having your student loan erased might sound like a dream come true, it's not a guarantee. The process can be complex, and it requires discipline, commitment, and often patience. But despite the challenges, the potential benefits of student loan forgiveness are significant. It's a lifeline for those struggling under the weight of student debt, offering a path to financial freedom and stability. With that understanding of student loan forgiveness, we can now explore its impact and statistics. Now let's dive into some hard-hitting facts and figures on student loan forgiveness. From the shores of the Atlantic to the Pacific coast, millions of Americans are grappling with the specter of student loan debt. The scale of this issue is staggering. As per the US Department of Education, a whopping 45 million Americans are saddled with student loan debt, totaling to an astronomical $1.7 trillion. That's more than the GDP of Canada, folks. Student loan forgiveness programs promise a silver lining in this cloud of debt. These programs have erased tens of billions of dollars in student debt. For instance, the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, designed for those in government and non-profit jobs, has forgiven over $2 billion in student loan debt since its inception. But here's the kicker. Only a fraction of borrowers actually get their loans forgiven. As of 2024, only about 200,000 borrowers have seen their student loans forgiven through the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. That's less than 1% of all borrowers. The Teacher Loan Forgiveness Program tells a similar story. Over the past decade, this program has forgiven approximately $400 million in debt. Yet, this only represents a tiny sliver of the total student loan debt. Also, let's not forget about income-driven repayment plans. These plans cap monthly student loan payments at a certain percentage of the borrower's income. After 20 to 25 years of payments, the remaining balance is forgiven. As of 2024, these plans have forgiven an estimated $40 billion in student loan debt. These figures illustrate the significant role of student loan forgiveness in our society. However, they also highlight the stark reality that loan forgiveness programs have, thus far, only provided relief to a small fraction of borrowers. As the conversation around student loan forgiveness continues to evolve, it's clear that these statistics will play a pivotal role in shaping the future of higher education financing in America. These figures illustrate the significant role of student loan forgiveness in our society. Student loan forgiveness, like anything else, has its own set of pros and cons. Let's dive into these, shall we? To start on a positive note, one of the significant advantages of student loan forgiveness is the financial relief it provides. With the average student loan debt in the United States being well over $30,000, forgiveness can alleviate a substantial financial burden. This relief can free up resources for other essential life expenses such as housing, healthcare, or starting a family. Another advantage is the potential for increased economic activity. When individuals aren't saddled with massive student loan payments, they have more disposable income. This money can then be spent in the economy, boosting sectors like housing, retail, and services. However, student loan forgiveness isn't all sunshine and rainbows. There are some potential drawbacks to consider. One of the biggest concerns is the cost to the taxpayer. Forgiving student loans isn't free, the government pays the bill, which means taxpayers do. This could potentially lead to increased taxes or cuts in other areas of public spending. Moreover, there's the issue of moral hazard. If loans are forgiven, it might encourage future students to borrow recklessly, believing their debts will also be wiped clean. This could create a cycle of irresponsible borrowing and spending. Lastly, there's the fairness question. Many people work hard and make sacrifices to pay off their student loans. They might feel it's unfair if others have their debts forgiven. Student loan forgiveness is a complex issue with many facets to consider. It's not a magic bullet that can solve the student debt crisis overnight. However, it can potentially provide significant relief for millions of individuals struggling with their student loans. Understanding these pros and cons can help individuals make informed decisions about their financial futures. Now, in recent years, there have been some significant developments in the field of student loan forgiveness. Let's dive into these changes to better understand how they're reshaping the landscape of student debt. One of the most notable developments is the expansion of the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. This program has been around since 2007, but it has recently undergone some major changes. In the past, it was criticized for being overly restrictive and difficult to navigate. However, the government has now broadened its eligibility criteria, providing a lifeline to thousands of public service workers who were previously ineligible for loan forgiveness. Another development worth noting is the introduction of income-driven repayment plans. These plans cap your monthly student loan payments at a percentage of your discretionary income. After a certain period of time, typically 20 to 25 years, any remaining loan balance is forgiven. This approach has made loan repayment more manageable for many borrowers, particularly those with lower incomes. The government has also taken steps to simplify the loan forgiveness process. They've launched a new online tool to help borrowers understand their options and apply for forgiveness more easily. This is a significant improvement as the process was previously criticized for being overly complex and confusing. In addition to these changes, there's been a growing call for widespread student loan forgiveness. Some policymakers are advocating for the cancellation of up to $50,000 in student debt per borrower. While this is still a topic of debate, it represents a shift in thinking about how we handle student debt and could have far-reaching implications for future generations of students. Lastly, let's not forget about the temporary suspension of federal student loan payments during the global pandemic. This relief measure provided a much-needed respite for borrowers during a difficult time and sparked discussions about the need for more permanent solutions to the student loan crisis. These developments continue to shape the landscape of student loan forgiveness. They highlight the ongoing efforts to make higher education more accessible and affordable, and the recognition that student debt is a problem that needs to be addressed. So we've learnt a lot about student loan forgiveness today. We've delved into its meaning, understanding that it's a relief program allowing borrowers to have their student loan partially or completely wiped out. We've also looked at the statistics revealing that millions could benefit from such programs. We've weighed the pros and cons, acknowledging that while it provides significant relief to individuals burdened with debt, it might also encourage irresponsible borrowing behaviors. Lastly, we touched on recent developments, highlighting that the landscape of student loan forgiveness is continually evolving and it's crucial to stay updated. Understanding student loan forgiveness is not just about knowing what it is, it's about comprehending the implications, the potential benefits, and the possible drawbacks. It's about being informed and making educated decisions about your future. Thank you for tuning into Vibes Unleashed YT. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more enlightening content.